Ooh. Doom, 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 Wonder Woman. I used to love Wonder Woman when I was a kid. When I tell you love Wonder Woman, I was a serious fan. Let me see if I can get a couple of my moderators to come through. Hey, Sundrop. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Melody. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Queen. Girl, if you want to get the bomb Afghans, go to DD's. Don't sleep on DD's. Now, I don't like nothing else at DD's. Nothing. Unless it's like kids' clothes or something. But they be having some Afghans and some little African dresses and stuff. They gonna have that. Most definitely. And I don't know why, but they've always had a very nice ethnic dress section. So if you want to get some cute little African Afghans or, ethnic looking, because I don't want to really say African, but, culturally looking Afghans and dresses and stuff, go to DD's. And they cheap. $8, $10. I know this couldn't have been more than like $8 or $9 cheap. So that's what I've been doing. Like I said this year, I'm challenging myself to wear more dresses because I'm not really a dress everyday girl. I am a dress when appropriate. I am a dress event girl. If there's an event that I have to attend, I can put on a nice dress and stuff, but just, dress every day, that's normally not me. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to go to DD's and, give me some what I call lounge dresses. But, I can be cute in the house. I can be walking around the house looking like I'm about to go somewhere. And that's what I've been doing lately. So I bought about, 4 or 5 little, I call them, and my husband call them my moo-moos. But these are not moo-moos. These are Afghans. And he doesn't, big flowy dresses to men are just moo-moos, period. So he out here calling them my moo-moos. So they my moo-moos. Hey, Phoenix. You ain't late, girl. I'm looking at Gizmo because Gizmo always wait until I start talking, and then he want to act like he got to go outside to use the bathroom. He waited until I start talking to. Oh, he heard me talking about him. He laid back down. Midnight Velvet. I never heard of that. Yeah, girl. And wherever there's a Ross here in the Bay Area, wherever there's a Ross, there's a DD's. Ross and DD's are side by side here in the Bay Area, and they are prevalent. There's a lot of them. It is so warm in here. I have my fan on. Hold on, let me give me a napkin. I have my fan on, but I get hot anyway. It don't matter. If I got the fan on, I'm still gonna get hot, child. I'm still going through the change. So I do want to say one thing. Every time this happens, every time I get new subscribers from a certain video that I make, like if I talk about someone and I make a video, I will get, hey Tina, thanks for coming, sweetie. I will get people that come over specifically for the drama. Now, this ain't no drama channel. I'm a multifaceted diamond. I like to talk about a whole lot of different things. Now, I will hit the drama if it's some drama that I want to talk about, but this ain't no tea channel. You gonna get, this like a party. You gonna come, you gonna get a little bit of tea. You may get a sandwich. You may get a sandwich. You may get some cookies. You may get some, dessert. This not just tea. So I want you to understand that, because I'm not the type of person that's just going to give you something to drink and I ain't going to give you nothing to eat. I'm going to give you something to eat. Okay? And then I may give you something to wash it down with. But you're not going to leave here hungry. I want to say that. And I want to say this. I don't like a bone carrier. That's never been my thing. Because my mama used to always say, if you bring a bone, you carry one. That means if you come over here to tell me what she said, you'll go back and tell her what I said. So you're not loyal. And when I see that you're a bone carrier, you will be blocked. So don't come over here telling me shit nobody else said about me, because I don't give a damn. I don't. If that person ain't bold enough to make a video and speak on me theyself, or bring it to me or at me or whatever so that I can see it, I don't need you to tell me she said it. She or he. Okay? Because if it's out there in the universe and it's meant for me to see it, I will. And if it ain't, I won't. And a person can come on here and talk until they whole lips fall off. Spit flying and everything. And if I choose not to respond to it, that's my choice. Because I don't waste my time on everybody. Some things don't require a response. Let them spit at the wind. Okay? Some of y'all need to learn that. You don't respond to everything. Sometimes you just gotta let people talk. Let them talk. Let them get that shit off their chest. If they having a problem, let them say that shit. I don't care. They can talk until every bit of saliva in their whole esophagus dry up, for all I care. I'm just that crazy. So, I just wanted to put that out there. Okay? So you don't have to come to me and tell me, oh, so-and-so said so-and-so about you. Because I don't care. I do not care. Okay? Because I am definitely living my best life. And I'm going to speak on whatever I choose to speak on. And just because you speak on me does not mean I'm going to speak on you. So let people have their fun. Okay? This is we in a free country. You can verbalize whatever you want. Let people say what they want to say. I was watching a TikTok, and The person started off talking about the acceptance of their parent. So the person was in the LGBT community, and I guess, they were having some problems with their parents accepting them. So they had moved out of their parents' house. And then the person goes on to say, now I'm pretty sure my exes are looking at me, laughing at my downfall. Why do you care? Why do you care about the opinion of your exes? Now, I can see you upset about the opinions of your parents, because we all want to be accepted by our parents. We've all done things that our parents didn't think, was the right choice for us. And our parents can verbalize and tell us they don't feel like that's the right choice. And our parents will do that. I will do that. I try my best now to do that with love. If my kids come to me, especially, I have two young men. Well, they're adult men now because they're in their 30s. And if they come to me and tell me about their relationships, how, they're dealing with women, I try my best to tell them what's right. And it's not always what they want to hear. But I'm your parent. I'm not your peer. I'm not your friend. And I think that's what some of you young people need to realize. We're your parents. We're not your peers. So we're not going to have the same opinion as your homegirl or your homeboy. Because, see, we're looking at you in a much deeper way than your friends do. So the person had, a huge problem with their parent not accepting, their choices because they're in that community. You have to be careful what you say on YouTube. So I'm stepping on glass here. So they were upset about that. And then they were upset about, my exes, they probably looking at me and, laughing at my downfall. I don't care what not one person that I was in a relationship says about me or thinks about me. I'm married. So I don't care what my exes think. I don't care what they think about my husband. I don't care what they think about me. I'm pretty sure if my exes saw me now, if they looked at me, they probably would be like, damn, she didn't gain weight. She gained weight. She cut all her hair off. They probably have those type of opinions. But you think I care? Stop worrying about what people... Stop worrying about what other people think about you. And that just don't go for young people, because young people are not the only ones that do that. As adults, we are still worried about what our coworkers think, what our neighbors think. Stop worrying about these people. Because if you live your life constantly worried about what you think other people feel about you or how other people see you, you're going to be crazy. Because you can't live up to other people's expectations of you. Set your own expectations and grow from there. Because everybody you meet is going to have a certain level of expectation for you. Everybody. My husband. I've been experimenting with my hair. There are certain things that he does and does not like. And the ponytail, I don't think he's too fond of the whole ponytail situation. I love the ponytails. Always did. Love them on me. I love the twisties. He likes the twisties. He loves my afro. I'm still iffy about the afro. But it's my hair. This is my body. I'm going to do what I want to do. If he likes it, I'm happy. But if he doesn't like it and I like it, I'm not going to stop doing it because he don't like it. That's not how I run my body. That's not how I've ever made decisions for myself. I'm going to do what makes me happy when it comes to my body. There are things that, oh, okay, well, I know he likes so and so. Yeah, I might do that, but I ain't gonna do it all the time. If it's something that I like, I'm gonna do that. Now, if we going out, it's a special occasion. I know he likes a certain thing. I know he likes a certain dress or something. Then, yeah. But when I'm just lounging around the house, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And, he is the same way. I don't like them old man dress slack shorts that he be wearing. My husband be wearing them, them dress shorts with the, like, you gotta iron them and stuff. I don't like those. But I can't tell him not to wear them because he likes them. That's his style. He likes to wear them paw shorts with a polo collar. He likes collared shirts. If we go somewhere, he gonna put them paw shorts on. The dress shorts with a nice pair of shoes and a polo shirt or a collared shirt or whatever. And I don't know why that irritates me, but it does, because I'm like, we not there yet. I just don't see myself quite there yet. But my husband has always had a kind of older style. But that's him. I can't tell him, hey, don't wear that. I don't, don't. You haven't graduated to, even though we are grandparents, I still don't want you to graduate to the pawpaw style yet. But child, I'll do what you do, honey. If you want to wear them pawpaw pants, go on ahead, go on and wear them. So don't stop worrying about what other people think about you. Right? Husbands have preferences, but not ownership. They don't own us. Now there can be things that you like that we can both agree on. But if I like something, I'm going to do what I like. I mean, because I know sometimes my husband be like, when he be like, come on, let's go, so and so. And I be like, all right, then. And I got on a pair of tie-dye pants, a striped shirt, some tie-dye Crocs. He don't say nothing. Because he knows that, if I show up there, I'm going to bring the color. If I don't bring anything else, I'm going to bring the color, honey. I'm going to show up bright. And so he don't say nothing. Yes, girl, the shorts with the pleats in the front. And I hate them. I hate it. But what can I do? I can't do nothing. I'm learning to wear what I like. I'm not going to be guilted. Girl, you're definitely not going to guilt trip me into, after I have picked the outfit, you're definitely not going to guilt trip me into changing into something else. Now, right now, my husband is trying to guilt trip me into wearing matching t-shirts to the Toy Story. Is it Toy Story? It's what's the little space dude? See, and I don't even know. I don't even really, the Infinity and being the little Toy Story character. He wants us to wear matching t-shirts to that movie. I don't even want to go see the movie. So I don't want to wear no matching I don't want to to wear matching t-shirts to that because I don't even want to see the movie, but he wants to see the movie. He loves animation. He is a animation person. He likes to do animation. So he's seen all the other Toy Story movies. So honey, he is on pins and needles about this whole Toy Story situation thing. And he wants to wear matching shirts. And I'm like, I don't even want to go. So, um, yeah. That's because we wore matching shirts to Top Gun. We were gonna get matching shirts to Jurassic Park, but they didn't have any. And so now he is on a campaign for us to wear matching shirts to every movie that, every big blockbuster movie that we go to. And I'm just like, okay, child. Not this one though. But if he find the shirts, because see, the Top Gun, he ordered them. Surprised me. He ordered the shirts and the glasses. And surprised the heck out of me. I didn't even know it was coming. Got a package from Amazon and I opened it and it was Top Gun shirts. And I was like, well, what is this? And child, I opened the other little bag thing and it was aviator glasses. I was like, oh my God, I married the right person. That's my person right there, okay? So we're going to do a couple of card readings. These are going to be general. If they touch your spirit, it's for you. If it don't touch your spirit, let it touch somebody else's t-shirt. I'm going to wear the t-shirt. If he ordered the shirts, I'm going to wear it. I just don't want to. This is just one time when I don't want to. Because let me tell you this too. I don't really like other people's little kids. And I told him, I said, this is one movie we're gonna have to go to late. Because little kids are gonna be there. And little kids be screaming and hollering. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate you, sweetie. Little kids are gonna be screaming and hollering and cackling and can on and they get on my nerves. So I just didn't particularly want to go. Did I post those pictures? I don't know, y'all. We'll find them. My internet is tripping. If we get disconnected, that is why. Don't forget that you can become a member of the channel. Unfortunately, if you have a iPhone, I think you have to go to your YouTube with a computer because you can't see it. You can't see the join button um, with an iPhone. But with an Android, you can go to the channel and up under my channel name should have the join button. Why is it not connecting to the Wi-Fi? Um, and you can become a member of the. Okay, I think it joined. You can become a member of the channel. Okay, so what I was saying is I'm going to do a couple of cards. If it touch your spirit, it's for you. If it does not touch your spirit, maybe it's for someone else. So, allow people to um, receive. So the first one is, each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. And this is so interesting. I think I was talking to Phoenix earlier on Instagram, and she was saying how she had taken some time to do her prayers and everything. That is your tuning into spirit. If you're not, putting in work, if you're not taking time to talk to your spirit guides, talk to God, whoever you want to talk to, okay? If you're not taking out that time to do it, you're not going to receive that guidance that you need. So this is really saying to do it. If you're not doing it, each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. So each time that I take to tune into spirit, I am being directed in the direction that is best for me. And it's nobody else's direction. It's your direction. What's good for you. Some things are extremely personal. It's for you. Your greater good. Your higher good. Not anybody else's. So that's why you have to take time to do these things. I got up this morning. I wrote in my journal. I have to get back into the habit of doing that, not getting into the habit of just waking up in the morning, just, starting my day. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, I got to, make the bed, vacuum, take out the trash, all of these things that will distract you from taking 30 minutes to be with God or be with spirit. So before you even really get into those things or start your day should start with you first being grateful that you are still on this side. Being grateful that when you woke up, God has given you another day. That's where you should start. And then you should build on that. If you enjoy journaling, you can journal. If you enjoy meditation, then you should meditate. If you want to do some, channeling of energy, you can do that. If you want to do some crystal healing, you can do that. Or if you just want to sit and be quiet for a while and allow spirit to download to you. Sometimes if you just be still, God will speak to you. We're so distracted in the world. We're so distracted with things that are going on. One thing that I'm really trying to do is when I first get up in the morning, not to go directly to my cell phone to see what's going on social media, see, what's going on in the news, because you can get lost in that alone. Where you think, oh, I've only been on Instagram for 10 minutes, and you look up, it's been 30 minutes. And that's 30 minutes I could have spent journaling or praying or something. So I'm trying to, not get up and, look at my phone. I'm trying to wake up in the morning and be more centered, more grounded, more grateful, more prayerful, journal or something. So I got up, I did that this morning. I started journaling. We were supposed to pick up our car. We thought the car was ready because the car has been in the shop since last week. We thought it was ready. Get there. They had told my husband, they had left a message for my husband yesterday and told him that it was ready and we could pick it up. And I guess they did that before they test drove it. So they drove it around, and we get there this morning to pick the car up, and they were like, yeah, something else is going on because the check engine light is still on. So we had to, we really want to um, look at something else. So technically, it's not ready. And I was legit about to go off because we haven't had the car since Friday. And something in my spirit had to tell me, why are you tripping? You have enough money to fix it. We don't know what this other part gonna be. But you had enough money to cover the first part. You have a car. You have another vehicle that you can use. It's not like you're without a vehicle. There are multiple vehicles here. We will never have to walk or catch the bus or Uber unless we just specifically want to. And child, my husband had the audacity to say, let's catch the bus over to San Francisco. And I was like, the bus? He was like, see, you done got so damn spoiled. But I had to, like, my spirit literally legitimately had to check me and be like, what is wrong with you? Be grateful that you have an extra vehicle, that you have the money to take care of it. There have been times when your car has broke down and you had to take things off of your grocery list. I have to do that this time. My life hasn't changed at all. When we want to go somewhere, we go because we haven't, thank God, we have an extra vehicle. My mother-in-law don't go nowhere. So she was like, here, take mine. Take my truck. I ain't going nowhere. She don't need a house. She like a hermit. I thought I was bad. But she ain't going nowhere other than church. There's no reason to be upset. And as soon as that getting upset was about to raise up in my spirit, my other spirit was like, hold on, girl. Sit her down. There's no reason for you to show up, grumpy pants. Go on somewhere and sit down. We don't need you. And I had to say, yeah, grumpy pants, go sit down, girl. We don't need you. We okay. It's going to be okay. We going to make it work. This just, another couple of days that the car is going to be in the shop. And we just going to have to deal with it. I'm not going to allow that to mess up my entire day when I didn't have anywhere to go anyway. My husband is the one that had to go to work, not me. I was going to be at home anyway. So what was I upset for? I don't even drive unless I have to. My husband be like, what you get your license for? Why did you get your license? Because you don't never drive. I mean, I drive if I, like legit have to drive. But so weigh out stuff. When stuff like that happens, check yourself like, okay, am I getting upset for like no reason? Is there like a real reason for me to get upset? Like, I'm not out here saying that we rich And it don't matter if I want to, I could go out and buy me a Tesla tomorrow. No, we can't do that. But we still have, we still are going to make it. Like, the car being in the shop another day or 2 more days is not going to stop us completely. Start looking at the good in situations instead of thinking that everything that happens to you is, doom and gloom. Because a lot of people live in doom and gloom. They do. And they've lived there for so long that they don't, it's hard to. Girl, everybody got a little grumpy pants living inside of them, and sometimes you just got to tell her to shut up. I know I do. And I can remember her being with me basically all my life. There's always been a little grumpy pants, a little party pooper living with me. Ever since I was a little kid, I would just get like totally upset over just frazzled. Have you ever seen that movie Inside Out? It's an anime. Is it Inside Out, child? I don't know, child. Let me look and see. Because I could just be sitting here making up stuff. But I think that's the name of it. Yes. Inside Out. And she showed the little characters that live with her joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness. You just got a chance to see all of the little characters that lived inside of this little girl. So, anger and fear literally ruled me as a child. I have this story. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, one of my really good friends had a birthday party at Fisherman's Wharf. And my mom didn't go with me. I just went. I think his mom picked me up or, whatever. Me and him have been friends since we were like 4 or 5 years old. So we have been friends for a long time. So we go to this party. And at the party, it was a lot of his friends that I didn't know from San Francisco. So, I always, had this weirdness about people that being around people that I didn't know anyway. Like, I was a shy kid, I was like the chubby kid. So, I always was thinking, even when I was little, that people was talking about me or whatever. And then people probably weren't even thinking about me. But anyway, we went to a really nice restaurant for his birthday. So it wasn't like, going to Chuck E. Cheese. Like, it's a bunch of kids. We like 9 or 10 years old, but it's not like, his mom and dad took us to Chuck E. Cheese. She took us to this like 4, 5 star restaurant on Pier 39 in San Francisco, which was like seafood and, steaks and all the stuff that at a 9 or 10 year old I did not eat. We get to the restaurant. We looking at the menu. Of course, I can read, but I didn't know. I had no clue what to order. So you got all these other little kids, and they was like, a little bit more sophisticated than me. I could tell they had been to these type of restaurants before. Here I am. My mom only taking me to like Jack in the Box and McDonald's. I ain't never been to no like 5 star restaurant and stuff with linen tablecloths and stuff. So I'm feeling out of place. Why I get the menu and look at the menu and just bust out and start crying instead of asking for help? I just start crying. Just legit boo-hooing, wanting to go home and everything. We're in San Francisco. We had crossed the bay. I lived in Oakland. We didn't been across the Bay Bridge. Okay? So it's not like my mama was going to drive across the Bay Bridge to come pick me up. She just was not going to do that. So I'm sitting there crying. And his mom was, she was so sweet. Like, she had been knowing me since I was a little kid. And she was like, what's the matter? She thought I had got sick or something. Because, everybody knew I had asthma and all that. His mama thought I had got sick. She was like, what's the matter? What happened? What happened? Or did somebody do something to you? Did one of the little boys kick you or pull your hair or whatever? You know what I said? Huh? Do you know what I said? I don't understand the menu. I don't understand the menu. Like, I was legit crying because I didn't understand the menu. And his mother was like, you could have just told us, sweetheart. They will bring you whatever you want. But I was like, I don't know how to eat a crab. You don't have to eat a crab, baby. What do you want to eat? I was like, I want to eat a burger. And I didn't see burger on the menu. I didn't see McDonald's on the menu. Okay? And I was scared. I'm 9 years old. What does how does a 9-year old know how to eat a crab? And you know what? When I grew up, I said my kids will never cry at a damn restaurant in their life. I will take them to a 5-star restaurant if it breaks my pockets. And then got home and was mad at my mama. You set me up. You did that to me. I got to that restaurant and looked at that menu and didn't understand shit. That was me. Just a little ball of anger. Like, legit cried in front of everybody because I didn't know how to eat a crab. And there was no, like, because back then, and still to this day, I'm very picky about what I eat. So back then, I was like super picky. Like, I would eat McDonald's. Like if we went out, I would eat McDonald's or not Taco, but yeah, Taco Bell, um, Jack in the Box. But that was about it. Like, the 4-star restaurant for us was Sizzler. When we went to Sizzler, I thought we was living large. But here come my friend. His daddy is an architect. Okay? And his mama, I think she worked at a hospital. I don't think she was a nurse, but she worked at he's a doctor now, mind you. His parents were, they were well off. They lived in LA, and he vacationed in the Bay Area with his grandmother, and his grandmother and my mother were best friends. So that was basically how we met. But honey, I cried. Just boohooed because the menu was intimidating. And I was just a big ball of fear and anger as a child. Just confused. Okay? But I'm not like that anymore. You can invite me out to dinner and I'm not going to look at the menu and cry. Your sister was disgusted. Girl, I lived in a state of anger and fear my entire childhood. I was mad and scared of literally everything. So that was me. Let's do another card. All of these are lining up. When I'm grateful for what I have, I did not pick these out. I'm just taking them off the deck. When I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. You gotta be grateful. You have to look at every situation that you are in with a grateful heart, even through the bad things. You have to, or you will forever be unhappy. And it will come up on you so easily. Like when they told us, when because my husband had gave me the credit card, it wasn't anywhere to park. The parking lot for the place where we take our cars like really small, and it was like a whole bunch of other people in there, just wasn't anywhere to park. So my husband gave me the credit card, and he was like, go in there and pay, and they'll bring the car around, and he was going to drive the truck home, and I was going to drive the Navigator. So I was like, okay, and I'm going in there thinking everything is cool. I'm going to pay, and they're going to give me my keys, and I'm going to drive off. And, when they told me, nah, girl, there's something else going on. Immediately, my brain was trying to, I was just like, oh, this is, just my brain was just, the wheels were turning and everything. And it was so crazy that the man that I was talking to, the mechanic, he was like, I guess I must have looked like my eyes was glazed over when he was trying to explain it to me. He was like, is your husband outside? Is your husband outside? And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, well, tell him to come in. So as I was walking out to tell my husband, what had happened, he was coming up. He had parked the truck and he was, coming in. And I was like, car's not ready. That's it, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay, sweetheart, marry your opposite. Don't marry the person who is just like you. My husband is the complete opposite of me. When I go to 10, I wasn't at 10. I was probably at like 7. But when I'm at 7, he's at 2. You know, he has a calming tone. He is the one to, calm me. Come on, it's going to be fine. Okay, let's go in here and see what he says. We got this. It's going to be fine. And, then I'm able to come back down to, 4. Because I think I'm only at a 2 when I'm asleep. So I was able to come on back down to like 4, somewhere around there. And went back in, and the man explained to him what was going on. So my husband was like, okay, well, call us when you put it back on the diagnostic or whatever. So we get in the car. And, my husband sat there for a minute, and he was like, okay, I really thought this was over. And I was like, so did I. Why did they even call us? If they knew something was going on, then they should have called us and told. He was like, okay, baby. Okay. But the thing is, we have a ride. We can use this truck. We have the money to fix it. And what we don't have in cash, we can put on a credit card. He said, I've already moved some things around. So, we'll be able to pay it off. He's like, we're going to be fine. And I was like, yeah, we are. He'll be fine. You don't have to live in that. You don't have to live in that anger and state of fear and cortisol moving around, that hormone that comes up when you're angry and anxious. You don't have to live there. You don't. And most people are so used to living there, that's all they have. But get rid of that. Choose to do it. That's one of the key words in the first card is I choose to do it. And I'm going to be grateful. The next one is true manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. So, it's not always just about you. God will show us certain things to see how we respond to them. Like I keep seeing, articles about Brittany Griner, that basketball player that is being held in Russia. I keep seeing articles about her. I don't watch the news like that. You know what I mean? On purpose. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch the local news. All that kind of stuff. If I get news like that, it's going to come from Instagram. It's going to come from my Facebook feed, or, it's someone's going to be talking about it on TikTok. I don't watch the media outlets. I keep seeing Brittany, her picture, her name, or article about her. I think I just, as a matter of fact, did I post her on my community wall? When these things happen, it's not a coincidence. These are not coincidences. This is spirit or God wanting to see how you are going to respond to these things. I want you to do something. I want this person to be on your heart. I want you to pray for her. I want you to think about her. I want you to send energy to her. You don't see things it's not a coincidence. When you see things, you are supposed to take action. Especially you people who consider yourself Christians, you consider yourself spiritualists. Are you selfish? Are you a selfish Christian? Are you a selfish spiritualist? Are you only burning candles for yourself? Are you only doing healings for yourself? If you are, then you really need to pray. Because this is not selfish. You are doing this to help other people, not just yourself. Your prayers are supposed to extend to other people, not just yourself. You should not just get up in the morning and say, God bless me. Forget all these other people. God help me keep my foot on the necks of everybody that come in. What? What? Who is praying like that? I saw a young man on TikTok. He was doing a skit where he does these skits a lot where he's praying. And he was like, God is like, what? Like, I'm so sick of you. What? And he was like, oh, can you tell my cousin, Pookie, that, and God is like, who? And he was like, he names off the person's name. And God is like, well, does he use another name? And he was like, so and so. And God was like, no, that's not it. And then the person was like, shoot him up, shooter 94803, take him to God. And God was like, that's it. That's the name I'm looking for. So you really think that that person is up here? And that's how God is looking at some of us when we pray. Like you ain't gonna pray for nobody but yourself. Like everything you saying is selfish. You, how many times are you gonna ask me for a Tesla? How many times are you gonna say, God, help me keep my foot on these hoes' neck that don't like me? What? That's not it. That's not it. Do you know that those kind of prayers, my mama used to say that. Can you even get a prayer to heaven? Like, do your prayers hit the ceiling and bounce back down? My mother had this thing at church where she was very particular about who she would allow to pray for her. She ain't praying for me. She out here messing with somebody else's husband. Her prayers don't even go, they get to the ceiling and hit the floor. So those prayers don't go nowhere. God ain't listen. God ain't trying to help you keep your foot on somebody's neck. He's not doing that. The Orishas ain't either. They not out here trying to help you get back at somebody because she looked at you funny. What, girl? We don't have time for that. We out here trying to stop wars and stuff. We don't have time to come and crash somebody's car because they cut you off when you was trying to get on the freeway. Do you know it's legit people be out here praying for other people's demise and stuff? Like legit be asking God to hurt other people? Seriously. Over some petty stuff. I know people. I've heard some crazy, and I have had people come to me with some crazy stuff. Like this one lady, this was a couple of years ago, so I know she don't still follow me. Plus she got mad at me because I wouldn't do it. But she wanted me to break up this relationship between a man that she liked and the woman that he was with because he wasn't with her. But he didn't like her. And he had told her on multiple occasions that he didn't want her. And this woman wanted me to break them up. But he don't want you. Yeah, but if you get rid of her, he will want me. No, he won't. Because he don't want you while he with her. So when he get rid of her, he gonna move on to the next one. He's still not gonna want you. So yeah, there are a lot of people who live a life, out here really hurting people, wanting to hurt people, praying to hurt other people. So want the best for everybody. Even if it's a situation where and this takes a lot. It does. Like you have to grow into this. Because I have been in situations where the person that I was with didn't want me. And I didn't want her to be happy or him. I wanted both of them to suffer. Both of them to suffer. But you have to get to a point where you understand that it wasn't meant for you. Let me move on and find what's meant for me. And if it's meant for the two of them to be together, let them be together. More power to y'all. I hope y'all have a happy life. Because I'm telling you, my first husband cheated on me. Like cheated. Like cheated, had a baby, cheated. And I had some really, really bad thoughts. Real bad. And I was never that person, like, not like that. But I never felt that type of betrayal and hurt before either. And it took me a long time to, get to a point where I looked at that person and didn't have a lot of hate. Now, was I petty? Yes. Because a couple of years ago, I found the person that he cheated on me with. And it was just one of my petty days. Now I don't hate her. I don't hate her because neither one of us ended up with him. Okay? She didn't get him and I divorced him. But I was like, she fatter than me. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just, I was just in one of my petty days. And this was when, I had lost weight and I was really thinking I was cute and stuff. Because I didn't went through some. When I was a vegan, I lost 45 pounds and I gained the majority of that back now. But anyway, I was just being petty. But I don't have, hatred. That situation was 33 years ago. And my ex-husband has since passed away. And, I don't hate him. We cleared up a lot of those things we talked about um, years after our divorce. Because when we first divorced, I'm not going to lie, I couldn't talk then because I was so upset. But, you know, we we talked and we got an understanding and I forgave him and moved on. So, true manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for everybody. All the rest of that, I manifested a Tesla, I manifested a Mercedes, I manifested, $200,000. But, did you help anybody else in the process? It's nice to have $200,000, but did you give any of that to charity? Have you ever done any charity work? And I'm going to tell you, I have put in some work when it comes to charity. I have worked with organizations. I have worked, with children. When I worked at a group home, of course, I was getting paid. But you are putting in emotional time. These are children who have been hurt, abused. You are giving of yourself. I still have young ladies to this day who message me, who talk to me, who are friends with me on Facebook, on Instagram, who lived in the group home as teenagers and I was their counselor. They are all in their 30s now with their own children and they still respect me. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that, I have poured in myself into the community. And none of the things that I've done have made me rich, you know, but I have given of myself. My whole life has not just been about me grinding and wanting to get rich. I have given of myself things that you can't put a price tag on. And I love that. Okay, leave it right there for me. Thanks. Okay. Um and you have to. If you're not giving back, but everything you are manifesting you want for yourself, you are selfish. You're selfish. You have to want for the greater good. You have to look at things that are going on in this world, like the interest rates going up, people not being able to afford apartments, how much apartments are going up, how much food is going up, the shortage of baby food, the shortage of tampons. You have to be looking. I don't use tampons, but I still feel for women who do and don't have it. It's not available for them because there's the shortage. But that's because I have compassion for other people. I'm looking out and praying for other people. And you should be doing that too. You shouldn't be looking at the world, oh, that don't affect me. I don't use no tampons. I ain't got no baby. So I'm not tripping off of, that don't affect me. Formula shortage, that don't affect me. I have a brand new grandbaby. Brand new. She 2 months old. So, everything that affects babies affects me because I got a new baby. You can like her grandma. I got a new baby. So yeah, those things affect me. Things that are going on in the world affect me because they affect the greater good. Yeah, I'm worried about people that don't have housing. When I see videos of people saying they've been put out because they can't afford or they're living in their cars with their children, that affects me. And I'm constantly praying for them. I'm not just, manifest. Oh, I just want to manifest the house for me and my husband so we can. No, I want everybody to have a roof over their head. Everybody. Not just me and my husband and my dog. When I go and get things for Gizmo, I'm even thinking about, the dogs in the shelter. I don't want any dogs to, be unloved. Like Gizmo is loved. You know what I mean? He is spoiled. This dog, even my husband get mad at me sometimes for, yeah, I'm cutting his food up before I give it to him. I'm making sure, it's in bite-sized pieces. He like, baby, he has teeth. The dog can, you don't have to do it, but I want to. I want to cut his food up. I want him to drink bottled water because the tap water tastes funny to me. And I want that for other dogs. I want them to have somebody that loves them as much as we love Gizmo. I don't want to see dogs in the shelter, unhappy, not getting that extra attention. I want everybody to be loved. I don't want to see people living in tents unless that's what they want to do. It's different if you're living in a situation and you choose to live that way. That's different. If you want to live in your car or you want to live in a tent because you don't want to pay rent, you ain't trying, that ain't your thing, that's different. But for people who want to, I want them to. Yes, I finally made it to 11,000 subscribers. We should have had a party. I forgot. Maybe we'll do it this weekend. Okay? Maybe we'll do it this weekend. Have my I think we made it last week or something. I think so. Because I did get a uh in my creator studio. It was like, yeah, 11,000. I was like, all right then. Maybe we'll do something later on this week. But the three cards for today, they really tie into each other. Each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. When I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. Be grateful in the moment, right now. Okay? Be grateful that you have me, a Lincoln Navigator. So when God gives you that Tesla or that Jeep Wrangler, because that's what I want. That's what I want. I want the Jeep Wrangler or a Range Rover. But see, you got to be so grateful for what you have. You have to be a good steward over what you have before God elevates you to something else. So I'm grateful for this, Lincoln Navigator. We gonna ride this Navigator until God blesses us to either get that Wrangler, Tesla. My husband wants a Tesla. Wrangler, Tesla, or Range Rover. True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for everybody. So that ties everything in. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish in your prayer. And if you want to change the word manifesting out to prayer, true prayer is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. You can intertwine these words. If manifesting feels weird for you, say prayer. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Some of you get so caught up in terms, words, that you forget the meaning or the outcome. You so caught up in how people doing it that you forget we're all basically doing the same thing. We all believe in God. I heard somebody that I really respect say something, and I'm not going to say this person's name because I really do like her. But anyway, I guess P Valley, that show P Valley, had kinda must have showed something that was hoodoo related or voodoo related or something. I don't watch that show, so I'm not really sure, but I was gonna try to go back and see what it was. But anyway, she was like, "Oh, I don't know nothing about hoodoo or voodoo because I go to church." You think other people don't go to church? Y'all so caught up in the media has told you that people that do anything outside of Christianity don't go to church. Y'all just demons. Y'all out here. Girl, we go to church. I believe in God. The same one you believe in. It ain't but one. It ain't but one, girl. Just one. I lost a family friend to suicide last month, and I could really identify with her because I've been through the same thing myself. I'm sorry, sweetie. Some people just don't see a way out. You know what I mean? They just don't see a end to that situation that they're in. That's why everybody that I talk to, I tell them you have to have some type of spiritual connection. You have to have something that grounds you to this earth, because if you don't, it's so easy to go. If you don't have anything that grounds you to here, it's easy for you to want to leave. That has never been, that's never been an issue for me. I don't want to leave until God calls me home. I can't see myself leaving at my own hands. But there are people that, you know, they're not grounded enough to stay here. And once they make up their mind, they're gone. And it is really sad. Yeah, girl, I done got me another grandbaby. I think that's what, 7? That's number 7? I think so. You get to a point, you got so many grandkids, you just be like, I just got a whole lot of grandkids. But I think that's 7. Yeah, it's 3 boys. Yeah, because we had an even set at first. We had 3 girls and 3 boys. Now we have 3 boys and 4 girls. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. Jade made the 4th girl. So we have Amani, Rose, Violet, Jade, Marcus, DeMarcus, and Gurion. So yeah, there's a lot of kids, a lot of grandkids, and I only have 2 children, 2 boys and 7 grandkids. So I'm blessed. I am blessed. I am the matriarch of the family. My mother is gone. So, my grandmother is gone. So that makes me the matriarch. And I legit plan on wearing these knees down to the nubs, keeping my kids in prayer. And my grandkids. I told my boys, I said, y'all started this arthritis. Y'all started it. Praying for y'all. Started the arthritis. Now these grandkids, they gonna finish it. Because I'm gonna tell you, if I'm not gonna do nothing else, I'm gonna keep these kids in prayer. Okay? I'm gonna pray for these kids. So when I go home to glory, that's one thing the Lord gonna say is you was a praying grandma. They say, well, all them praying grandmas is dead. You a lie. You a lie. Some of us are still here, and we wearing these knees out. It's still some praying grandmas here, and you looking at one of them. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, sweetie. I sure will put that in her little Amazon gizmo. Oh my God. Don't do that, child. You done scared me to death. Do you know your eyes are rolled back in your head? He done rolled over on his back and his little feet in the air and his little eyes I said, roll back? Don't do that. You scared mommy. Um, I'm definitely going to put that in her little Amazon cart because I told her mom I was going to pick up some stuff for her on Amazon. She's such a sweet baby. She don't cry. You know, she's, thank you so much, Pamela. She's a real quiet baby. But you know, the quiet babies scare me. When they quiet, when they're infants, when they get to that 2 stage, they the switch flip and they get to acting crazy. Cause she real quiet right now. She don't do a whole lot of crying and stuff. But them be the ones that show out when they get to. Now Amani was the other way around. My other granddaughters, they were the other way around. They were crybabies, just cried all the time. And now they, when they went through the little 2 and 3 stage, they were terrors for a while and then they calmed down. So, I don't know. It's weird. Gizmo, will you stop doing that? Come here. Come here. So, I wonder, is that my package or is that my husband's? Because let me see. Because my cousin just said that there was a package for me. And if it's that book, if it's that, wait a minute. If it's that book, I don't think it would have got here that quick, do you? Hold on, y'all. I'm finna go see. Because I want y'all to see it if it's the book. Oh, no. No, this ain't no book. I don't know what the... Oh, this ain't mine. This Pops. Hold on, y'all. I told you I was coming right back. You thought I was leaving you? I ain't leave. That wasn't even mine. God, I thought that was my package. Girl, I don't know what this dog doing. But I know he ain't gonna just lay up here next to me with his eyes rolled in the back of his head. It wasn't the book. So when it does come, I'm gonna show it to you guys. It's that book that I ordered from Obafemi. The let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know how I found it before. I know they sent me an email and said it had been shipped. But who knows where it's coming from? Oh, hold on. Maybe I can find it on Pinterest. Pinterest. On PayPal. Because I wanted to show you guys which one I ordered. Okay. So the name of the book is The Practical Guide to Orisha Family Management. So it is supposed to have a chapter on prayer, a chapter on dressing, you know, your apparel, Orisha apparel, I guess, or Ifa apparel. Okay, sweetie, I hope you feel better. See you tomorrow. Orisha apparel, money management, like, what days are good to start businesses, what days you should be shopping, because all of that is a part of Ifa. Like days to, that you should be spending money, days that you should not be spending money, the day of the week that, it's best to start a business. Because see, if, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. The difference between Ifa, receiving the hand of Ifa, and uh, Ocha, uh, being crowned. Ocha, going through the Ocha ceremony. So, what the difference in the two are. So, one thing about us, had we lived in, had we stayed in Africa and had we followed our culture, those things would have been important to us. Like even the day of the week that we were born on. People who are born on Tuesday, or these type of people, the day of the week you were born, the time you were born, all of those things are important. So who you pray to on a certain day, which Orisha you honor on a certain day, all of those things are important. The prayers that you say on certain days, all of those things are important. You know, uh, you learn the things that you should and should not eat. All of those things are important. So all of those things would have been told to us. We would have grown up understanding those things. They would just, be normal for us, just like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just like us working Monday through Friday, saying certain prayers Monday through Friday would be a normal thing for us. So, because we lost that in um, the slave trade and in adopting the religion and the ways of the Caucasian man, we have missed out on those things. We have missed out on those traditions. In Ghana, you are named after the day of the week you are born on, plus your names. Right. That is part of who you are. Your name would have a meaning. And people would know you by your name. If your name had, say for instance, a Ghanaian word for Tuesday, people would know, oh, okay, she was born on a Tuesday. Or, it could be the day of the week you were born, plus the number, or the order that you were born. If you're the first child, you're the first girl, you're the youngest, you're the last child. All of those things, would fit in your name. Or you were a child that was born during a storm, or, something. Those, really important things would be in your name. That's why they wait until after you were born to name you. Now we give a child a name before they get here. We don't know what they look like. People out here naming their child Mercedes and they look like a Toyota or a Bentley or something, because we name a child before they even come into the world, we have already given them a name. And that's not, you know, culturally based for us naturally. So yeah, that is one of the reasons why. Okay, this glitter off my shirt is everywhere because I'm looking down at my feet and I see glitter. I see glitter. I'm so distracted. I see glitter on my toes. But yeah, your name means something. So now, the majority of us have the last names of our slave masters, basically. Your first name may have meaning, but normally your last name is because of who owns your family. That's why the majority of us have such common last names: Williams, Jones, Johnson, Brown, Smith, all of those. Just real common last names. So I have really been thinking about after I go through, or when I receive the hand of Ifa, to have my um, name changed then, or before, or um, somewhere in there. Okay, Sandra, I'm getting ready to go too because we've been on here an hour and 33 minutes. And StreamYard is saying that I'm running out of space and stuff. They like, you have to come up with some more money, girl, because, yeah, we gonna take. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, I may have to find me another streaming thing. So that's it, y'all. I ain't got no more. Um, Maybe tomorrow we will talk about the difference between Ifa and getting crowned, or going through that initiation, because there is a difference. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for everything, for showing up and being here with me. Sounds like the neighbor's dog and got away. Okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Pray we get our car back tomorrow or soon, because I do miss our car. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.